Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, so you should have looked through a PowerPoint or Google Slides all about positive and negative space. Positive space is the image, negative space is the area behind the image. All right, so we are going to go with a Valentine's Day theme for our project, but we were also going to use this another way. I'll show you guys next week. For today, you are going to need black construction paper. If you don't have black construction paper, take a regular piece of paper and color it black. You're going to need some kind of other color of construction paper. I chose pink because we are doing Valentine's Day hearts, but you can choose whatever color you'd like. You're also going to need scissors, glue. I'm going to use a white crayon so you guys can see better on the black paper. You guys can use a regular pencil so you can erase. And I do have a ruler out today. If you don't have a ruler, don't worry, you can do this without a ruler. It's fine. It's just going to help me a little bit. Alrighty. So we want to, number one, only have half of the black paper. So if you take your ruler and you measure, it's 9 inches. So at 4.5, if you make a little mark on your paper, then take your ruler to the top and do the exact same thing. 4.5, make a little mark. Then from dot to dot, you draw your line straight down. That's going to give you 2 halves of the paper. Another thing you can do is you can just simply fold the paper in half, and that will give you half. That might be easier than measuring it. And then you open it up and you cut on that line. But as you guys can already tell, I have already cut my paper. So now we have our big piece of paper and we have our black paper. So this is where I'm also going to use my ruler again. This time I want to make a mark at 4 inches and a mark at 8 inches, and then do the exact same thing on the other side of the paper at 4 inches and at 8 inches. This is dividing my paper into thirds. So I've got a mark here and a mark here. I'm going to take my ruler, dot to dot, draw a line, and then again, dot to dot, draw a line. If you don't have a ruler, you can just fold the paper into thirds. So right here, I'm going to cut and cut. Now let me show you how we're going to arrange these. We're going to put one on the left, one on the right, and another one on the left. If you have it opposite, that is fine, but this is the outcome I am looking for. All right, so on the first one, we are going to simply draw a heart, and we are going to cut it out. So as big or as small as you want to, draw yourself a heart. Now here's my little teacher trick. Cut one straight line up to the bottom point, cut around, and you want to make sure you are doing one solid line of cutting because we need to save both sides of this paper. Okay, so this black is the negative space and the pink heart is the positive space. See right here, I pull it and I can set it, bam, right here. Now, this heart is the negative space and the pink is the positive space. It is now opposite. All right, so right here, I want you guys to draw half of a heart. So right here on the line, draw just half of the heart right here. And this is more of what we're going to do on our next project. So right here, I'm going to cut it out. Put this right here. Make sure this lines up, and then I flip it over. And now we have our positive side and our negative side. And then this last one, I want you guys to do whatever you want to do. It is going to be completely up to you. So what I want to do is I want to make a really big wide heart. Maybe make that up a little bit more. Then I'm going to do it again And this is going to give me a really cool double heart shape. You guys don't have to do it the same way I do it. You guys can do this last one with a triangle, a rectangle, any shape you want. It is completely up to you. So right here, I put this back here. Now make sure it fits. Flip it over. We've got one heart just like the first one. But this time I'm going to come back in and I'm going to cut again. So that goes right there. This was, you got to line it back up. That doesn't quite line back up. So flip it over. There we go. Now it lines up. And now I can flip it back the opposite way. Make sure everything lines up nicely. And there is my positive and my negative double-sided heart. I'm going to take a second and I'm going to glue everything down. You guys, of course, will see it in fast forward. All right, so I've taken it out of fast forward. So you guys really do need to line it up like this first. Put glue on this side and then flip it over to this side before you glue down. It's really, really going to help to make sure you have it the right way, because we could end up with something like that and that's no good, and then you're trying to get it to go like that and it won't work. So always line it up inside, take your glue, little dot dot, not a lot, and then glue it on the opposite side. All right, I can still see a little bit sticking up right here, so I'm going to stick my glue there and a little bit over here. Never be afraid to go back and glue again. All right, this is sticking off of my page just a little bit, and it is, I want to remove it. So flip my paper over. As you can see right here, remove the extra part I don't need. Same thing over here. It's teeny tiny. I could have left it if I wanted to. And there is our positive and negative spaced hearts. All right, guys, if you have questions, please email me on Canvas or send me a message on Dojo. I will do my best to answer your questions. Never feel like, oh, she taught us what to do, I need to know what to do. Always ask questions if you have questions. All right, guys, happy creating.